You know, in Nigeria, there's a saying that goes thus: husband and wife matter. Them know they put mouth. Because if you put mouth, them go use you settle the matter. They go come go for bed, go settle the matter properly. I don't know if I'm putting it the right way, but where I come from, this is how I hear it, all right? Now, in translation, what that means is the conflict between a couple never interfere, because at the end of the day, they will use you that is trying to mediate to settle their differences, and then they will now finally seal it all. They will seal their reconciliation in bed. And that was exactly what happened between the Zinwe pair, Chinwe and Zion. After all the threats of leaving the show, after all the threats of indefinite breakup within and outside the house, ladies and gentlemen, hey, they are back. They are back. I'm sure you've seen on TV, I'm sure you've seen pictures and videos online. They are back. They're back. And from the look of things, it looks like they are much more in love with each other than how it used to be. Oh my days! What? Listen, I think this is also to say that the tricks of a woman knows no bound. Chinwe's tricks worked. Yeah, it worked. Why did she seek voluntary exit from Big Brother? Why did she tell it to people in the house? You know, I've watched different seasons of Big Brother Naija, Big Brother South Africa, and from what I know, from what I have seen on the show, people who really want to leave Big Brother's house do not go about announcing it. They don't even tell a soul. Yes, they make up their mind, and then by the time they've gotten their conviction that the house is not for them, that their mental health cannot carry it anymore, they go into the diary room. They tell Big Brother. Big Brother gives them some hours to, make up their mind about it, sleep on it, make up your mind, and then he'll call you back into the diary room to ask you if you finally made your decision. The moment you say yes, it's either you leave from inside the diary room, or they will tell you, okay, you are leaving in the next 10 minutes. Go and bid farewell to your fellow housemates. That is the only time you announce it, 10 minutes before you leave the house, or possibly 5 minutes before you leave the house. So there's no time for anybody to convince you, because you personally, you've gone through that process. Yes. So when I saw Chinwe, Jesus. When I saw Chinwe doing all of that yesterday, see, I knew she wasn't going anywhere. Chinwe thrives in the toxicity that she brings to the show. That is possibly the strategy that she has, outlined for herself this season. She has watched the show, of course. Nobody will tell me that these housemates did not watch, and I'm glad they are not even denying it. She has watched the show, and she has seen that most of the people that come out with the biggest fan base, most of the time, they've got to be toxic, and they've also got a toxic fan base. Yeah. So we're going to get into the details of how they reconciled. There were a lot of things that was said. As a matter of fact, their reconciliation conversation became too lengthy. I started getting really tired and bored because it now seemed repetitive, which made me wonder if they actually planned this whole thing from the get-go, just to create highlights, create chaos, create conversations around the show. If they did plan it, I give them their accolades, because guys, that was real. Like, the whole process of it all, it was quite convincing and I enjoyed it. But you see that Chinwe, standing ovation for a drama queen. Anyways, that is not the only thing we're going to be talking about on this video. We're also going to look at the housemates' second wager task presentation of the season, which was mind-blowing, by the way. And I cannot wait to express how I felt whilst the housemates were in their element. Yes. And of course, I also look forward to hearing your thoughts about these things we're going to be discussing in the comment section. All right. Yeah, before we proceed, you are all welcome to my channel. My name is Gloria Elijah. This is Frankly Speaking with Gloria Elijah, and I am the girl with the tea. Just a quick announcement, guys. Remember, today is the D-Day. By 3 p.m. WAT, we're going to be having our community gathering, yes, via our YouTube live conversation. I look forward to seeing all of you. Yes, I've been following your comments on all my videos this week, and it's quite interesting, and I'm super excited to engage your mind. So please make sure you come through. Do not miss out. Don't miss out. I really look forward to seeing all of you. Okay, all of that said, quickly, let's proceed into the details of this conversation. During the Zinwe pair's reconciliation conversation, ladies and gentlemen, a lot was said, and quite frankly, I mean, most of the things that was said weren't new. Yes, when Chinwe was forgetting our emotions to DJ Flo, we heard most of our complaints. I did a video about that. When Zion was speaking with DJ Flo and his friends Tofa and Suj, we heard most of his complaints. I equally did a video about that. Yes, so I'm not going to bore you with the details because it's just literally the same things. However, in as much as we are familiar with their complaints about each other, there were certain statements that were made that I found quite interesting. Now, on Zion's part, he's upset with Chinwe is the fact that first, she disrespected him. That we know about, but he mentioned it again. But then he also mentioned that why he was even the more upset was because he knows the way she behaves outside the house. He knows how she's prone to anger and quick-tempered. So when they came into the house, in fact, before they came into the house, they had a conversation that they're going to talk things through. Yes, they're not going to disrespect each other. They will have conversations about conflicts like this. And when they came into the house, Zion had actually told Chinwe that if anybody upset her in the house, if she wants to vent, if she wants to rant, that she should drag him, take him upstairs, and then she should vent it all out on him, that he's going to take it, that he wants to be her punching bag, you know, in quotes, just that person that you want to vent and insult. If there's anything you wanted to say to that person that really provoked you, you know, say it to me, I will take it all. Yes. And his reason for doing that is not because they are scared of the housemates, no, but because of how things have changed, because of how the eviction process has changed, how the voting process has changed. Guys, that was a huge shocker for all the housemates. They were not informed. Yeah, they were not informed. It wasn't like, oh, at the point of auditioning, they told them that, oh, it's not only the viewers' vote that can save you in the house. No, ladies and gentlemen, it was a huge shocker for them, you know, on Sunday when they realized that voters will vote, but ultimately it is your fellow housemates that will vote you out of the show. So Zion was trying to thread carefully, hence the reason he had told Chinwe that, listen, if anybody provokes you, come vent it all out on me. But Chinwe was not seeing it from that angle. For her, why would she vent or rather rant at Zion when he's not the one that actually offended her? So they went back and forth on that. And Zion's frustration still was that Chinwe was not acting with emotional maturity, that she's just acting impulsively, which will not help their game this season, because this season is completely different. Now, Chinwe, on the other hand, kept on, you know, insisting that Zion used her. In her own words, you deceived me, you used me, you brought me here only to come and tarnish my image, create a negative perception about me, and to portray me in a negative light to the whole world. Why would you take the side of other people, you know, in a conflict that, you know, wasn't even started by me? So, ladies and gentlemen, they just continued going back and forth. And whilst we were talking, got me wondering what Chinwe meant by, you deceived me, you used me to get here. And now that we're here, you're trying to, you know, soil my image and then dump me afterwards. You know, I kept on wondering, like, what does she mean? I mean, guys, it got me worried because every time she makes statements like that, it makes me wonder why she is creating that impression that she's the one sponsoring Zion's lifestyle. Yeah, makes me wonder. Like, what exactly is the point? Anyways, they carried on and on and on and on and on with the conversation. At some point, it was becoming boring, like was becoming repetitive. They were saying the same thing over and over and over and over again. Chinwe was standing on her own ground that Zion was just deliberately trying to sabotage her, in the house and to the viewing audience. Zion was trying to make his point about her trying to manage her emotions, because with the way the season is, it's not going to help their game. Anyways, they kissed and made up. They hugged each other out. Chinwe begged Zion, to try communicating with her, moving forward. If they have any issues, he should not give her the silent treatment. He should make sure they have a conversation. And guys, while she was saying all of those things, I was just rolling my eyes because this is only week 2. But on countless occasions, we have actually witnessed how difficult it is for Zion to have, a mature conversation with Chinwe whenever they have issues. Ladies and gentlemen, it always follows up with insults. Yes, the guys had said it in the gym yesterday morning about how Chinwe would always insult Zion in front of other female housemates and embarrass him in front of other female housemates. And the guy would just be silent. Sometimes he would laugh about it, just to cover his embarrassment. And guys, Chinwe portrayed that to the T during their reconciliation conversation yesterday. Whilst Zion was maintaining maturity and courtesy and politeness in their conversation, Chinwe was calling this guy all sorts of names. You're selfish, F off, you effing blah, blah, like. She was going off on this guy. She was just insulting him. It made me wonder, like, girl, can't you have a clean conversation with your man without insulting him? Except you see him as a boy and you are his mother. So he has no right to advise you or talk to you. Yes, because guys, it all made sense. It all made sense when Zion had mentioned to DJ Flo that Chinwe is actually way older than him, So it just made me wonder, like, okay, could it be because of the age difference? You want to be in charge of the relationship. You want to control the young man. You feel like he is not old enough to advise you or to direct you or to lead you in your relationship. Hence the reason every time you F up and mess up, you go and sit down, you throw tantrums like a recalcitrant child, and then you want him to come chase after you and beg you and apologize. Ladies and gentlemen, I must give it to Chinwe though. She got the whole viewership talking yesterday. She got all of us talking. I must give it to her. It must be nice to be able to create such toxic content, that is also quite entertaining. Anyways, that is that for the Zinwe pair. I would love to hear your thoughts about their reconciliation, guys. Are you excited for it? Let me know in the comment section below. Now, moving on to the housemates' second wager task presentation of the season. Ladies and gentlemen, massive congratulations to the housemates on winning their wager this week. Guys, I was super excited for these housemates. Now, not because they diligently rehearsed for their wager, not because the whole house took it serious. No. As a matter of fact, if not for a few people, they would have lost their wager this week, yes. But the only reason I was actually happy for them, is because at least they will now have more food in the house. Because remember, they lost their first wager last week and they've they literally completely ran out of food supplies. So on Monday this week, Big Brother had to, out of his magnanimity, give them some supplies, few supplies. And some of them had started stealing food. Yeah. They started stealing, they started hiding things in their wardrobes. They've been hiding things. Guys, it's embarrassing. Very, very embarrassing. And even when they prepare food, you see the way they ration it, very light little portions. And some people are gluttons in that house. They will eat once, they will eat twice, and then they will go around eating from other people's food. I'm sorry to mention, but I have to mention Ben's name. Ben is an annoying foodie. You eat his own, you go around eating from people. Like, guys, there's hunger in that house and they had been begging Big Brother for food. So with regards to their wager task preparations for the presentation, quite frankly, the housemates did not give the much needed seriousness. Yeah, it was a similar lackadaisical approach that they had actually employed last week, that they employed this week again. A lot of people were so caught up in trying to form connections with the custodians, to cover their heads on Sunday, during the live eviction show, that they completely lost themselves in that endeavor. Guys, it was just scattered. It was scattered. Now, kudos to Onyeka. Kudos to the heads of house, Nne, especially, not Chinwe, Nne. Kudos to the Mbadiwe twins, Zion especially, TJ. Oh my God, guys. See, these people I'm mentioning, they literally carried this task on their back, especially Zion and TJ. You see that massive trampoline that was the game board? It was those two people, I think DJ Flo as well, that took out time. In fact, they did not sleep the last night before Friday. They did not sleep. They were literally designing this whole thing. So it was quite hectic, They put in a lot of work, their time, their resources, their sweat. And I guess that was what Big Brother saw and just decided to just give them the win. Yeah. Because to be honest, they did not really rehearse for the game. They did not. They were so confused. They were so confused. And it was so annoying that every time the likes of DJ Flo, Nne, they will keep on calling these housemates to leave whatever they are doing and come and rehearse. And those ones will be dragging their feet. Honestly, I was really hoping that they lost the wager. I was hoping that they lost it because of their unseriousness. It was really annoying to watch. But anyways, as they presented it in the arena last night, it was beautiful to watch. You could tell that they were quite unsure of what they were doing, but they did it regardless. Indeed, it was a mysterious game. It gave off that air of mystery, and I liked it. It was quite confusing for me at first, but later on, I got into it. I loved it. And I also learned from the housemates that the smoke prop that was used and some other things was actually created by Cassia. That woman is very, very creative. She's a genius, and I cannot wait to see the many things that she gets to do inside the house and outside the house as well. Anyways, Big Brother announced that the housemates had won their wager and how impressed he was, with their creativity and how they were able to think out of the box to make their game very original, which is actually true, yes. And the housemates were super excited, and from then onwards, it was celebration galore in the house. Big Brother was playing some of their favorite tracks in the house. They were dancing, and Big Brother gave them massive supply of alcoholic drinks. They were drinking, they were dancing out of that same excitement, and also having knowledge of the fact that come Sunday, they're going to shop as much as they wanted to. These people almost emptied the fridge of all of their beef just to prepare soup, or is this stew, to eat last night. So yes, guys, the mood in the house was quite nice, save for Victoria. And I'm not going to give Victoria any space in this video, guys. I'm going to talk about Victoria during our live conversation, all right? But yeah, this is why I'm going to stop talking right now. Go ahead, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about all I have shared on this video. I'll see you guys on another episode of Frankly Speaking with Bbnaija. Thanks for watching and have an amazing day. Bye.